thank you all for coming this evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Linda Rose, and I'm the president of the Friends of the Library. And we're here this evening to honor Francie Fuller, a friend of ours, a good friend of ours, who was not only a founding member of the Friends organization, but an active, very integral part of the organization up until the day she passed away. Francie was responsible for taking care of all of the advertising, the PR, the newsletters, the email blasts. Not only did she create them, edit them, distribute them, but she did that effortlessly. When I became the president of the Friends organization, I asked the previous president, you know, is there a timetable or a schedule or something for this? And she looked at me and she said, you don't have to worry about a thing, Francie's got it. And it was true, Francie got it. And 6 months later, we're still trying to get it without her. Shortly after Francie passed, a lot of ideas came up as to how best to honor her. There was an idea to have an annual Friends Luncheon in her name, the idea to rename the book sale for her. And those ideas were very well heartfelt, but that's not who Francie was. Francie didn't like to be in the spotlight. She worked very hard and very diligently behind the scenes to make everything a success. And it was important that we remember that and we honor her appropriately. At her memorial service, one of the people who spoke talked about having scavenger hunts on the property, and she said something along the lines of, we were having so much fun, and we didn't even realize that we were learning. And that sums up Francie. She believed in education, but she also believed that education should be fun. And that really kind of was a perfect fit for the STEM table. So Ms. Sue, our youth services librarian, is going to explain exactly what STEM is, why the table is important, and how this makes education even more fun. So I'll turn it over to her.
Well, first of all, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And in 2001, so 20 years ago, the U.S. National Science Foundation wanted to come up with a way to encourage people to take careers in the sciences and in engineering. They kind of looked at the fact that a lot of times kids come into school and they find something's very, very difficult. I never had a problem loving science, but I can tell you that math was not the easiest thing for me. The idea is to get kids to become involved in the domestic part, which is the engineering and the technology, but also to love those things as they love the science, the dinosaurs, and the other things as well. So STEM has been an ongoing program, for the past 20 years. This library has been heavily invested in STEM since I started here. Our story times include STEM. Most of our events have some STEM component to it. We do some sort of science or some sort of engineering with almost everything that we do. Now, this table will enable us to reach more children than we would just having a program after school up in the children's wing. We thought very carefully about where we were going to place this, because we want kids to come in the door, see the table, and get caught up in science, in the engineering. We have building things that we've been putting out, and that is the most important thing, is getting the kids to look at these things as if they're, well, they are fun. They are fun. We want them to understand that. And we also want them to look at the possibility of becoming engineers, of becoming scientists. The world is a changing place. And there are openings for everybody in these fields. We want the kids to be involved in them. So to get them hooked, to get them moving on the path where they can look at different careers that they would never have thought of before. We kind of want every kid to look and say, not, I want to be a firefighter, which is fine if they want to be a firefighter, or I want to be a ballerina, but also to include the fact that they love dinosaurs. Yes, there are jobs in paleontology. There are jobs in the biology sciences as well. So this is all a movement to encourage our library users, our young and our older library users, to become more active in science. And this has already, just sitting here, caught the attention of so many children. Over the past 2 weeks that this has been here, we've had at least 30 kids playing at this science table already. I will be putting things out after school from now on. There will be something out each week that has to do with STEM for kids to come in and play on and work with after school. So I am very thankful, and I think that it is a really appropriate gift that people donated in memory of Francie for this STEM table. So I want to thank everybody who did donate. I can tell you that the kids are going to be very, very happy with this.
Seal, one of Francie's closest friends, found a quote by Marion Ray Edelman. And the quote will be part of the table, along with Francie's name, but, you know, COVID, everything is slower right now. Anyway, she, Scott, and I felt that the quote summed up Francie very, very well. And the quote is, "Education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it." And that pretty much sums up Francie Fuller. And now,
1 minute.
Sill's gonna take the big scissors. The big
It
giant.
is the huge
And
scissors,
she's
yes.
gonna cut this.
Give me a minute, Seal. We have to be over here. Oh, you made it. Good man.
Still can do it.
It's not a limbo contest.
Okay, Seal, whenever you want to do it.
There we go.
Could you do it again?
I'm sorry. I can send you my picture.
At the library
Here, look.
dedication in
Show what I
2018, Francie said, "Libraries are
Beautiful.
meaningful
Right
and
here.
important in the
Good
21st
enough.
century.
I'll send it to you.
They
You
offer
can give me
a
a
welcoming gathering place and
Or just send it to
programs that fulfill the various educational and cultural needs of people of all ages. We're happy to dedicate the STEM table in her honor. We miss you, Francie. Thank you all for coming this evening." And we're off.
Find time for my grandson to. Yes, did you see the chair? Did you see how they stick up?